Hey, what's going on, guys? Back again with another one talking about health, wealth, money, success, all that good stuff. And in this video, I wanted to go over why the only way you're really going to get rich and wealthy in this life is if you tap into your purpose. You must become in a line or get in a line with your purpose. So, first of all, you must understand before we tap into alignment, right? We must understand that this entire world that we live in is a spiritual world. It is an energy frequency based world. So when it comes to money, money. Money is just an energy exchange between two people, right? You provide value to people, and in exchange, they give you back money. Well, right now we live in this world where money is controlled by other men, right? The Federal Reserve, the government, they can just print money up whenever they want to, which messes with the laws of the universe, right? If it's an energy exchange between humans, you can't allow other humans to print that. So, what does this do when they do print this money? Not only does it, everybody already knows like gas prices go up, housing prices go up, the cost of foods, goods, and services as a whole go up, right? But what does that do to humans on a spiritual level? What does it do to humans on an energetic level, right? The family unit gets destroyed. Nobody wants families anymore. Nobody wants to have kids anymore. Stress goes up, depression goes up, self deletions go up. All of these things are because another man or a group of men control money. Because money is an energetic thing, you shouldn't be allowed to have that in control of another man's hands. Another man shouldn't be able to control the value that humans exchange between each other. So what does that have to do with alignment, right? When it comes to your purpose? Well, I had to tell you this first to people don't understand that this world is spiritual, that it's an energy-based world, right? And that comes through into the physical. So when it comes to alignment and your purpose, let's see. Before we start that, let's talk about time, right? So it's like this man's talking about the universe, this man's talking about money is energy, now he's about to talk about time. All of this is going to correlate, right? So time is not real. Time doesn't exist the way you think it is. It's not linear. And even scientists today, they will tell you they don't understand time. Have you ever, have you ever? We've all been in those situations where we're hanging out with family, friends, we're playing with our kids, and before we know it, 5 hours has gone by. We check the time and it's, the end of the day. Or, you're having fun on a weekend and you're like, man, is it Sunday already? I got to go to work. Time has sped up for you. Whereas other times, you're at work and in that last hour of work and you keep looking at the clock and you're like, okay, I'm not going to look at the clock anymore. And you're like, you think it's been 30 minutes, but in actuality, it's been 5 minutes. Again, this is time. And so when it comes to aligning into your purpose, it's going to be something that you are gifted at doing, some type of value that you can provide to the world, to other people. Again, it's an energy exchange, right? When you get into that alignment, it's going to feel like you can do 12 hours of work and it's 2 hours long. Whereas somebody else who's trying to do your purpose, it'll feel like all day to them. And again, it's really like the energy around this is crazy, right? So again, when you align into your purpose, it's going to feel like it's really easy for you to do. It's going to feel like 12 hours of work. It's going to go by like 2 hours. Not only that, right? Have you ever heard when Rick Ross was just all like, I went to sleep at 3 a.m. I woke up at 6 a.m. excited to get to the money. That's how you're going to feel. When you're not aligned to your purpose, whenever you go to work, you get off of work and you're drained. Your energy is completely gone. All you want to do is sit on the couch. All you want to do is watch TV, get something to eat. You are legit drained. But when you're in your purpose, you can work all hours of the night and get the 3-4 hours of sleep and get up the next morning excited. Your energy is on 10. It's not even drained at all. This is what it means to be living in your purpose, to be aligned with your purpose. You as an energetic being, when you're aligned with the energies of your purpose, you can go to heights nobody else is going to be able to go to, and it's going to feel quick, it's going to feel easy. That's another thing too. Never let these influencers or anybody else tell you that money and getting rich is hard. It's not hard. Getting money and becoming rich, it should be easy. Again, it goes back to that alignment. When you get aligned with your purpose, it should feel easy for you. And an entire day's worth of work is going to feel like 2-3 hours. You're going to be like, this is what? It's already midnight. I got to go to sleep. I got to get some sleep, and I'm going to get back at it tomorrow morning. This is all what happens energetically with you when you become aligned to your purpose. I'm going to go into in another video how to actually get aligned into your purpose, but I just wanted to go in this video or go into, what it means to get rich and to becoming aligned with that purpose, right? We're not meant to be working a job. We're not meant to be doing a 9 to 5 or working for somebody else, right? That is how you don't get rich. You're never going to get rich by working for somebody else. You're never going to get rich by getting a promotion at your job. You're never going to get rich by going to school and getting a degree so you can get another job that pays more. That's not how it works. You must find your purpose. You must become aligned with your purpose. It's the only way it's going to work. When you realize this, it's again, it goes back to that time dilation. You're going to feel like you can do, you know, 12 hours of work in 2 hours. That's what it's going to feel like to you. And then, as you're putting out all of this energy into the universe, into the world, other people will see your value and they want to give you energy back, right? And because you're able, 12 hours is going to feel like 2 hours, you're going to be able to put out more value, more energy into the world. I keep doing this. I keep thinking about, like, every time I think about this, I think of like Dragon Ball Z when they're shooting a Kai blast. When you're pushing that energy out into the world, you become valuable. Other people will see that and they'll want what you have to offer, and they will give it back. People will want to work with you because of this too, because they'll see that you're really good when you become aligned into your purpose. It's easy for you, right? So people will want to work with you. People will want to be a part of what you got going on. People will want to give you money, give you energy for what you have to offer. And it's going to feel like play to you when it feels like, hard work for somebody else. Another thing that it feels like, that I like to think about when it comes to aligning into your purpose. Imagine you have two mountains, right? And the first one is when you're aligned to your purpose, you're skiing down the mountain. And at the bottom of the mountain, right, is a finish line, and it says success, wealth, rich. And you're just skiing down the mountain. It's easy. You're slalom sliding, back and forth. You're having fun. It's a breeze. It doesn't matter how many turns or you take, you're always going to get to the finish line very smoothly, very easily, right? But on the other side of that, what we've been taught is success and rich should be hard. It should be like climbing up the mountain. It should be trying to grab onto that next rock. And it should be, you have all of your safety gear on and you're trying to strap yourself in, and the climb is hard and it takes forever. And that's what the consensus of the world tells us, right? That is not how you get rich and successful. And the funny thing is, at the top of that mountain, you'll still see that same sign, right? It'll say rich and successful and wealthy, but that's not how you get there. And it's funny because a lot of times on that climb, you'll be climbing, you'll be like, oh, this is what they told me to do, and then you see somebody falling, and you'll be like, oh shoot, like that is when people are not in aligned with their purpose. When you become aligned with your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing here on this planet, on this earth, energetically, providing value to other humans in the way that you can, that feels easy for you, that's when it's like slaloming, skiing down that mountain to success. It shouldn't be hard. That was one of the biggest things that I've learned when it comes to trying to align myself into my purpose. It shouldn't be hard. It should be easy. It should be simple. Again, it'll be the same amount of hours, right? Again, you'll put 12 hours in, somebody else will put 12 hours in, but because you're in your purpose, it's going to feel easy. It's going to feel like the day just flew by. You'll be able to get way more work in. You'll wake up energetic. You won't wake up tired. You won't come home tired. That is a real thing. When you're at a job and you put in those 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day, you come home drained. But when you're putting in 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours into your purpose, you go to sleep, you want to wake right back up. Your energy's on 10. That's a real thing. Your energy's on 10. That's how you know you're aligned to your purpose. I can't wait to get up. I can't wait to get back after it. When you get in that mode, unstoppable. That is how you get rich. That is how you get wealthy. You must align to your purpose. Again, and to go back to what I was saying earlier about the astrology, this world is like from the top, to the bottom. It's all the same. When the planets align, they give off certain energies. When you align, you give off certain energies. It's all the same. We live in this energy frequency based universe. And when you understand that, right? And I don't want to, talk about people's religions, but when you pull back the curtain and you see how this world really is, when you understand source and understand that this world that we live in is just a frequency based world, you start understanding how to align to your frequencies, your energies, and understanding how you can move through the world smoother, quicker, faster, and just easier to get to where you want to go in life. And so, yeah, this is a real thing, man. It's crazy. And a lot of guys don't believe in it. That's one of the things that it's so funny, right? When a little off topic side note or whatever, when guys will be like, oh, if a girl starts mentioning astrology, run, brother. And it's just like, no, that's real, right? We're all born under certain different energies, and certain energies align with other ones. We all know this when we go somewhere and we're like, oh, the vibe was great. I met somebody and we vibed really quickly, or, I ran into somebody and I got weird vibes from that person. We all know this in day to day, but we never really dig deeper into that and what that really means. And again, when you understand that this is an energy frequency based universe, and then you understand how to tap and get into alignment with your purpose in life, that's when you shoot to the top. So yeah, I'll leave that one here. I'm going to do a video on how to find out your purpose and how to actually get aligned, but I just wanted to come on here real quick and just talk about why you need to get in line with your purpose, and that is how you shoot to the top. Because again, with that time dilation, what you can do in 12 hours is going to feel quick. We've all been there. We all know this is true. Hanging out with friends, time goes by. Playing with our kids, time goes by. Maybe we go camping in the woods on a weekend. Next minute it's Sunday night. We gotta head back because we got work in the morning. It's like, man, the weekend flew by. That time flew by. This event flew by. We all know it's true, right? And it's the same when it comes with aligning with our purpose. The time is going to fly by. You're going to feel excited. You're going to feel energetic. And that's when you can provide way more value to humans and shoot to the top, because whenever you provide value, whenever you give out energy into this universe, you'll get energy back. You'll get the money back. So yeah, I'll go ahead and leave that one right there. Go ahead and hit a like and subscribe. Hopefully you guys have been thinking about this and trying to get aligned, or maybe you've been thinking about like, why am I struggling through life? And it's because you're not aligning with your purpose. I have to keep doing that because it just reminds me of the planets. Like, you really do need to align with your purpose, and then you can just shoot to the top. So yeah, I'll leave that one there. Hit a like and subscribe once again, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.